So what we have here is a worksheet, and it's more kind of directed in the area of project management, and not to get into any major details as to what it's all about. We're going to be actually covering something like this a little bit later on in our videos, but just for now, what I wanted to show you is a tool that we use to watch how your worksheet performs a calculation. In other words, if you've got a pretty long calculation and for some reason it doesn't give you what you're expecting it to give you. In other words, if you do it by hand, it turns out one way, but for some reason when you have it as a formula in the worksheet, it doesn't come out the same way. So what you want to do is maybe kind of watch the program, in this case Excel, perform the calculations, step by step, and see where maybe you might have missed maybe putting an asterisk instead of a division, slash symbol, or maybe you forgot to put, maybe you put a minus instead of a plus, or maybe you forgot to put, parentheses around your, certain parts of your calculation. So you're going to see this, through this step-by-step performance. So the way you go about this is you click onto the formula cell in question. All right, so we're just going to pick F2 here. Okay, there's the formula up there, and what we're going to do then is we're going to go back over into the formulas tab. Then we're going to go down to where it says evaluate formula. Then we click onto that. Now what happens is the window pops up and it shows the actual formula. Now what you'll do now is you'll click on to where it says evaluate, click that one time, all right, and what happens is that reference to C2 changes to what it is. In this case it's 100, okay? Hit it again, and then the reference to D2 changes to its value, all right? Then what it does is with those two numbers, when you click it again, the next step is it adds those two together. All right, so you're watching this happen. You're going, okay, this looks okay so far, or whatever you're thinking. And then you click on to evaluate again, and that reference to E2 then turns into what it is, which is 140. Hit it again, it does the 4 times the E2, which now gives you the 560, right? Hit it again, then it tells you what that calculates out to be, and that part of it. Hit it again, it gives you that. So along the process, if you had discovered that there was a mistake, I'll give you an example here. Let's say I'll just restart it here. So let's say you're da-dun, 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 you go, oh, there, okay, I think that's the problem, okay? And you realize, oh, I probably should have had a minus in there, not a plus, right? So what you do is you just go ahead and you click on to step in, all right? And you can actually go in there and take a look and see what it was doing there, and then just say, okay, got it. You'll close out, and then you'll go back to here, to the formula here, and you'll notice, where you said, okay, yeah, this should have been a minus or something. Not that it would have, but let's just pretend like it was. So you'd go back up there, you'd backspace that out, maybe put a minus in there, and maybe the other thing you realized is that you needed to have, and you really didn't, but let's just say you did, you needed to have maybe a parenthesis or a set of parentheses around that, and so on and so forth. So you do all that, you hit the enter key, and you say, yep, that's how it comes out by hand, and I've got it. Okay, perfect. So it kind of assisted you in kind of drilling down to that area where that mistake had occurred, supposedly. Not that that was a real mistake. I'm just making it up here, but you get the idea. So hopefully this helps you, and you might not use it all the time. You might say to yourself, hey, it's a stupid feature. That's fine. Don't use it. But I think for some of you, you'll find some use for it. I use it, you know, myself as well. So, okay, so hopefully you liked it, and appreciate you watching the video. Take care.